What is up, everybody? Kyler's2000 here. Welcome back to another video. Today we have my AEW Double or Nothing reactions, where I just give my thoughts and opinions on Double or Nothing. So let's just start heading into the show. First up, we had on the pre-show, of course, the Casino Battle Royale, which was won by Hangman Adam Page. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I said this, I'd love to see Hangman in the Battle Royale and maybe even win it, since the pack match was off. And I did say whoever would be that last entrant would win. So yeah, but out of everyone that was in, I did predict maybe someone like an MJF could possibly, and he was the second last eliminated. Of course, great match. I thought Joey Janela died when he got chokeslammed out through the table. Yeah, a lot of great participants in it. Orange Cassidy, Marco Stunt, Joey Janela, of course, Jimmy Havoc, even Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, so yeah, it was a fun battle royal to kind of get the crowd going, and of course Hangman Page did win, last eliminating MJF. It came down to Page and Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus got eliminated. MJF snuck in from behind, tried to eliminate Hangman, but Hangman held on, buckshot lariat into the ring, hits MJF and throws him over the top rope. Also on the pre-show, we had Kip Sabian defeating Sammy Guevara in a very fun opening contest. On the pre-show match as well, both men really had a chance to shine in, yeah, what I found a very entertaining match, and hopefully these two can continue to get featured more often in future AEW events. They're both two very talented wrestlers, and yeah, some great spots in this match as well. The one that stands out to me is Sammy Guevara going for the shooting star, while Kip Sabian was draped over the ring barriers. I forgot what it was called. So yeah, a very fun match there to kind of get the crowd going. The opening contest then on the main show was SCU versus Strong Hearts. Of course, SCU, SoCal Uncensored, consists of Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Chris Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. I'm sorry, I'm still half asleep. I was up. The Double or Nothing ended at like 5 AM here in Ireland, and just, yeah, I'm not waiting, so sorry for that. But yeah, they did defeat Strong Hearts, which was Seema, T-Hawk, and Lindemann. A very, very fun opener to the main card. Probably the best decision to kick things off. It was a very fun 6-man tag with both teams going back and forth. Could have picked up the win, and yeah, both teams could have gotten the win. It was a very interesting matchup, but SCU were able to prevail. Then we had Britt Baker defeating Kylie Ray via pinfall. Also, Nyla Rose was in that match, which was scheduled to be that triple threat, but then Brandy came out and it looked like she was going to maybe add herself in, but she was like, oh, this match is going to be great and all, I want this to be great, but I'm going to add something else in it to make it awesome. And then out came Awesome Kong. I marked out, I'm a big fan of Awesome Kong from her days in TNA. Her feud with Gail Kim's one of the best feuds of all time. And yeah, Britt got the pin on Kylie after Nyla Rose speared Kong into the steel steps, taking both those women out. And then we had a nice little exchange between Baker and Kylie Ray before Baker was able to pick up the victory. And yeah, I'd love to see Awesome Kong stick around in AEW for a bit. and have her feud with Nyla Rose, like have them go at it. Yeah, it'd be a great match, and maybe then even Aja Kong, if they want to keep her around, to have Kong versus Kong. That'd be fun matchup. But yeah, really enjoyed that 4-way. Best Friends defeat Angelico and Jack Evans via pinfall in, again, another very fast-paced, entertaining match. I really enjoyed this match. As I said, my predictions, I was a big fan of both these teams, and yeah, they really did deliver. And after the match, the lights went out, and they ended up being attacked by Super Smash Bros. Of course, Uno and Dos, and yet they had a lot of masked men with them as well. So interesting to see what this gimmick is that they go with for Super Smash Bros. With the lights going off and then the masked minions kind of on their side. So yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with them, because if you haven't seen Super Smash Bros, check them out. They had some great matches in PWG, especially against the likes of the Young Bucks. Yeah, Hikaru Shida, Ryo, and Ryo Mizunami defeated Aja Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura via pinfall. A very entertaining match, wasn't too bad. All 6 women had a chance to shine and get their stuff in. Yeah, it was very entertaining. There was one little miscue, I'd say, in this match, and it was probably the only big miscue of this entire show. I believe it was Emi Sakura went to pin someone. Referee counts 2, but the timekeeper rings the bell, and everyone's kind of like, what is going on? But yeah, they were able to get back on track, and Shida picked up the win for her team. Then we had probably my favourite match of the night. An awesome match. It's kind of like what I predicted, kind of an old school bloody battle, as Cody defeated his brother Dustin Rhodes. I would recommend everyone to watch this entire show, but if you were to only go back and watch one match, it would be this match. Fantastic. Both men delivered. Unreal matchup between the two. Of course, Brandy was on ringside. She was trying to get involved. Hebner sent her out here. She wasn't going, so out came DDP to help her go to the back. Dustin got busted open badly. He was bleeding. Yeah, he was pumping blood. And yeah, the crowd were really hot for this matchup. Very entertaining match. Both men delivered, and Cody got the victory. After the match, Dustin was kind of lying in the ring, and the crowd were chanting "Thank you, Dustin," because it kind of felt like it was going to be his retirement match, but it wasn't, because Cody got into the ring, got a mic, and said, "You can't retire here. I won't allow it, because I need a partner for the next show, because I get to pick someone of my choosing to face the best tag team in the world, the Young Bucks. And I want my I don't need a friend, I don't need a partner, I need my brother." In a very emotional promo, you could see the emotion on both men, like, lot. And yeah, Cody started to break down in tears during it. So great match, great promo afterwards, and I cannot wait for the Bucks versus the Rhodes Brothers. Then Bret Hart was in. Well, first Jack Whitehall, he's like a comedian, came out and introduced Bret Hart, who was presenting the new title. Bret Hart was a big surprise. I don't think anyone predicted we'd see Bret Hart show up at Double or Nothing, but he did. And he called out, well, he invited Hangman Page out because, of course, he won the Casino Battle Royal and he'd be participating for this belt. MJF came out and put a great promo, you know. He was making fun of the whole Hall of Fame situation. He was like, "Oh, watch out, there's a fan getting in the ring." He said that he's the best, is the best there was, the best there ever will be, and then said, "Actually, no, he's not. It's a catchphrase, and he's just better than you." And yeah, typical great MJF promo. If you ever seen MJF, you know he had that in his locker. Then MJF tried to walk away, and Jungle Boy and Jimmy Havoc came out, and Jungle Boy, Havoc, and Paige kind of took out MJF as Bret Hart just kind of showed off the title, and it is a beautiful title. I really do like this design, and I really enjoyed that well, it could have been better. I was kind of expecting someone else other than Jungle Boy and Havoc, but for what it was, to show off the new title, it was good, and got MJF over huge as a big kind of chicken shit heel, where he tried to get away from Hangman. Then Jungle Boy, he tried to get away from him, and Havoc came out and just he had nowhere to go. So and a great heel promo by MJF. AAA Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks defeated the Lucha Brothers in another fantastic tag team match. Again, if you've ever seen any of these four men in the ring, you knew this was going to deliver some great spots. The Bucks, they did one of them did a brain buster on the turnbuckle, shouting out to one of my favorite wrestlers, El Generico. And they did the Motor City Machine Guns powerbomb sliced bread combination, even throwing up the hand signal that the Machine Guns did. And then really enjoyable match before they got the win with the Meltzer driver on Phoenix. And the Young Bucks retained the AAA Tag Team Championships. Chris Jericho then defeated Kenny Omega in the main event to earn a future title match against Hangman Page. Of course, the winner of that match will become the first champion. Really enjoyed this match. There's some great spots as well. With the table, that elbow looked good on Jericho's behalf. But I did really enjoy this match. I think it did live up to the hype that I had for it and the expectations. And of course, Chris Jericho defeated Kenny Omega. And then out came Jon Moxley, hitting dirty deeds or whatever they're going to want to call it now. He came out through the crowd as well. The crowd was hype. And I did start to mark out a bit, because Jon Moxley is in AEW. Dirty deeds to the referee. I can't remember who was reffing. I think it was Paul Turner. Dirty deeds to Jericho. Went to dirty deeds Omega. Omega kind of pushes him out through the ropes. They brawl through the crowd up to the set. Dirty deeds on top of like these poker chips they had on the set, and then kind of a AA Death Valley driver by Moxley to Kenny onto the stage below off the poker chips. I really did enjoy that, because Jon Moxley is in AEW. It was really it's really good to see him there, and him and Kenny will be a great feud. They'll have great matches with each other, and I'm really excited to see that in the future. I'm also excited to see Hangman and Jericho in the future. So overall, I really did enjoy Double or Nothing. It was a great show, and it did set up some future matchups. You know, Hangman and Jericho, and of course Omega and Ambrose, the Bucks versus the Rhodes Brothers. You also kind of had the Super Smash Bros. Looking strong, kind of in the debut. MJF came out like the biggest heel in the company. He's probably a bigger heel than Jericho based on crowd reactions from last night alone. Like MJF is so good. But before I get end this off, I just want to talk about how good was Excalibur on commentary. JR was good as well, but man, Excalibur just he's so good. That's why he's my favourite commentator. Like, since I started getting into PWG, I've always loved Excalibur and commentary. He makes matches seem bigger, because I don't know how to explain it. I just love hearing Excalibur on commentary, and by the end of the show, him and JR developed some good chemistry with each other, and I can't wait to hear more of these two. Two of my all-time favourite commentators are they sounded good together. The commentary, they helped enhance the matches rather than take away from the matches, and a lot of that is down to how Excalibur calls. Like, he calls the moves, and like I know I just love Excalibur. Like I didn't really pay too much attention to Alex Marvez because I know he didn't really do much. Like I didn't really notice him much. So yeah. Also, it was great to hear Justin Roberts again. He's so good at ring announcing, one of the best. I don't know why we let him go, but I'm happy he's finally back on the ring announcing for AEW. I love this stage setup. The tunnels reminded me of old school TNA, which I just loved. I loved the stage setup. I loved everything about it. The production was good. Everything about this show was good. I really did enjoy Double or Not, and I cannot wait to see what AEW have stored in the future. Of course, we have Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest coming up soon, and of course All Out back in the same arena as All In coming up in August. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Smash the like button if you enjoy. Let me know in the comment section below what your favorite moments of AEW's Double or Nothing was, and what are you looking forward to the most in AEW's future. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.